Hello guys, welcome to the first ASP.NET tutorial, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can install Visual Studio Express Edition to develop ASP.NET applications and how to create your first website using ASP.NET. So what is ASP.NET? ASP.NET is a framework from Microsoft by which you can develop web applications, website, and other mobile applications using this ASP.NET framework. And for much, if you want to see, you can go to www.asp.net, and here you can find much more information about ASP.NET. Now, how you can install ASP.NET development environment on your computer. You can develop ASP.NET applications or web applications using Visual Studio. And Visual Studio you can install either from Visual Studio website, which I will show you, or you can go here to the download section of download tab here, and you can click this install for free. Install ASP.NET and Web Tools 2013, which is the latest version for now. And otherwise, what you can do is, if you want to develop other applications like C Sharp or Visual Basic, what you can do is you can download Visual Studio Express. So just go to your browser and just say Visual Studio Express, and just search for it, and the first link you will find here is visualstudio.com, and in here you will be able to see what are the latest version of Visual Studio available. And what we are interested in is the download tab here. Just go to the download tab, and for developing ASP.NET application we are specifically looking for Visual Studio Express for web. So this is the software of it. This is the framework we are looking for. So just click this Visual Studio Express. For now the version is 2013 for web, and select your language, and you can install Visual Studio Express by just clicking this button. It will take about 20 minutes to install, or it can take more. So be patient, and you don't need to do much. You just need to click some next button and it will be installed in your system. Now once this Visual Studio is installed in your system, uh, it will look like this when you open this. You can open Visual Studio from here by going to the start and go to Microsoft Visual Studio. In my case, I have Visual Studio Express 2010, and you can go to Microsoft Visual Web Developer. Okay, just click it and it will open environment like this. Now how we can create a website using ASP.NET and Visual Studio. So in this Visual Studio IDE, you just need to go to this file tab here and just click new project. So by clicking this new project you can develop other applications or web applications using ASP.NET, but we are interested in right now is to create a website. So we will say new website. So just skip this option and go to new website here, and in here there are few options available. You can develop your ASP.NET website in Visual Basic, or you can develop your application in C Sharp. For now I'm taking C Sharp as the language, and I'm going to select the first option, which is ASP.NET website. And in here you can browse for the location in which you want to save your website files. so I will leave it at default, but if you want you can change this locations. Okay, and here in the web location you will see three type of web locations on HTTP, FTP or file system. So for now I'm leaving this as default, so my website pages will remain on my desktop or my PC. But if you want to transfer your pages to hosting domain, then you can use FTP or this HTTP, and then click OK. And this will create your website project in ASP.NET. Now in here you can see some folders in Solution Explorer, and these folder contains some file. So I will show you here. First of all, in account, the first folder, it has created some files related to the database and login pages. So this is the default website design when you create a first uh, website using ASP.NET. Let me show you run this application, and then I will show you what page is for what. So I will say run without debugging, and now you can see here we have a home page. It's all developed or all created by ASP.NET for the first time, and it has the about page. Okay, and it also has this login button here. When you click this, it will present you the login page. So this is all created by ASP.NET for the first time, and you don't even need to write a single word or single HTML or JavaScript or any other code while creating this website. So let's see in our project where is what. So in your account folder, it will contain the information related to your login pages. This has login.aspx, and when we see here in your login, you can either register or login. So by clicking this login button, this is the login page which this login.aspx contains, right? And when you click this register button here, this is the page which your register.aspx will contain. Okay, and change password success.aspx and change password you will be able to see here once again. So these options will come when you uh, have the database and you have some users and you want to change the pages or change the passwords, right? Now the home page, when you click this home page, you will be able to see the code of home page in default.aspx, and the about page, which is this page, you will be able to see the code in this about.aspx. Now for example, I'm going to open this default page, which is my home page in the website. This page default.aspx contains three views. Right now we are in this source view. You can go to design view to see the design of your website, or you can go to this split view which will give you both, so you will be able to see the code and the design at the same time in the split window. Okay, and it's for all the pages. So for about, you will be able to see about page here, and you will be able to see the design of about, or you can see the login page and you will be able to see the design of login page or the password, change password pages. Okay, so this is all done by ASP application, and no need, you don't need to write anything. Now in the style folder here, this will contain your CSS files. So what CSS file does is it provides the style to your website. So this all styling of your website, this file will be responsible for the styling of your website, site.css for now. And this will also contain jQuery files, and this will make your website more interactive. For example, when you have some buttons and login, let me show you this, it will explain much better. So this functionality, when you click this login button and when you enter some username and password, and when you click this login button, this will make your page dynamic, right? So based upon username and password, if it's correct, it will redirect you to some other page or some other application in your website. Or if the username and password is wrong, it will prompt you that some error has occurred. So this is called dynamic response of the website. Otherwise, other kind of website are those which have static pages and you don't need, or you cannot interact with the pages, like this page which have button, or that will just serve you static pages which you only read and you cannot perform any action. So these are those files, these are the files responsible for the dynamic actions on your website. So this is the basic structure of your project, and for the first time it will give you this much amount of code by default. Now for example, we go to default ASPX here, and in here you can add more functionality. So at least you should have the basic idea how we can program website using HTML and CSS. Basic idea of HTML and CSS you must have in order to understand or and code ASP.NET website. So for example, I want to add one more tag to my website. For example, I will add here one more tag which will be, let's say, h1 tag, and in here I will write hello world ASP.NET. Okay, so this should be .NET. So this will create a h1 tag or h1 paragraph here, and when you click here on this design view, you will be able to see your line h1 tag here, right? Hello world ASP.NET. So in this way you can add more lines or more content to your web pages, and this is the static content I was showing you. Now in order to add some dynamic functionality to your page, what you can do is you see here a toolbox in which some tools are there, for example button, text box, list box, and other tools. So for example, I'll take a button from here, and let me see, I will take a label here. Okay, and the button text you can see here, you can change this button, click me, and you can change the text of this label also, like this. So I will say show message. Okay, and on the code side, when I dragged and dropped this button and this label here, it has it will automatically generate some code for you in your source view. So when I click this label, it will be highlighted here. You see here, this label code is auto generated for you. Or when I click this button code is auto generated for you. Okay, and in here you can change the ID of this button. So if you know from your HTML knowledge that every tag has its ID and text, so you can change the ID of this button from here also and from here also. So there are two ways to change the ID of your controls. Now, for example, I want to insert some functionality. When I click this button, I want to show some message on this label. So I will just select my button and double click it, and this is uh, the view, or this is called the code behind your page. So this will open this default.asps.cs file, which is a C# file, and we directly go to the button click event here. And in here I can write, when I click this button, so my label 1, which is the name of my label, dot text is equal to whatever text you want to give, you can give from here. So say I will say hi YouTube and some signs here, and I will close this by the semicolon. Okay, so now when I run my website, I will first save all the changes by clicking these save buttons, and once again I will click this green button here, start debugging, and once again I will say run without debugging. Okay, and now you can see this button here, and you see this label here, and when I click this button, you see the message will change here. So I click this button, and now you can see the message is hi YouTube. So in this way you can make your web page dynamic, and this is what exactly is going here. So when you click this login button, because I have not entered username and password, it gives me some error. So this makes your website dynamic. So I think you got the basic idea how you can create web pages and what is what in this project when you create a first website project in ASP.NET. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.